Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you stopping by. Got a little vintage Topps grease video for you today. I'm actually working on a fully PSA graded set build with a lot of nuance to it. Recently, with with the silent collector episodes and that type of thing, you've seen a lot of the packs and some of the raw cards and whatnot. But I want to start getting more into this actual set build of these cards that I'm sending to PSA and whatnot. So I think I'm just going to do this like card by card. I thought about maybe going in like sequential order, or maybe like in reverse order or whatever, but I think I'm just going to kind of do it a little bit more randomly. So I selected today card number 55 to focus on. Here we have some variety of examples in different condition in my PSA copy that I've gotten back recently. So we'll just kind of look through these, kind of just look at the differences. A big component of this is I'm trying to pack pull these cards myself. Like I don't want to buy them graded. I want to pull them out of packs or buy them as singles and grade them myself. That's obviously a lot of the fun of it. And then also I'm trying to sell like my extras and whatnot on eBay to kind of like help fund this whole operation. So I've got a lot of these cards already in slabs listed on eBay now, very cheap, like $20 and under for a lot of like 7s and 8s. Some of the bigger cards might be like $30 or $40 or whatever if they get up into that PSA 9 range. But all this stuff is very, very low pop, like, you know, hardly ever graded. So this was just one of the, you've seen this in past videos, but this is one of the boxes that I opened here to pull a lot of these cards. But yeah, so I guess we'll just start off with let's go start off with a really bad one. So like these come out of packs in just really wild condition. Like in terms of centering, it's all over the place, obviously. But surface can be really quite the adventure as well. You'll see on this one, there's a wax stain there in the middle of the card. The centering on this one's pretty bad at the top. But yeah, so that's a lot of the fun of this is just, I really like diving into the condition of just how all over the board these cards are straight out of packs. It's just, it's so much more fun than grading. With modern cards, it's basically it's going to be an 8, 9, or a 10. And I mean, for the most part, but this stuff, you can, you know, straight out of packs, you can go anywhere from like a 3 to maybe who knows if you could get a 10. I think like in series 1 from this set, I want to say there's I don't think there's even double-digit PSA 10s across the entire set. So it's really, really challenging, especially now with the grading standards kind of being a little bit more strict and whatnot. But a lot of this kind of stuff, blank back there on this card. Not all of them have blank back. Some of them do have artwork on the back and information and whatnot. But so there's an example there. I also bought like 6, I think it was 6 full sets of this off eBay, which has helped me pull out some nice examples. This one's almost like miscut here. The centering is so terrible. I mean, just really wild stuff. How it could be that bad. In this one, you'll see a lot of this too, where you'll get these wrinkles up there in the upper left. So surface, centering, you see that kind of in the middle too, like off to the right side of Sandy's nose. And that'll get you right down to a 5. And it can be tough to even see those sometimes, but yeah. So just kind of look at these. I've got some other, again, I think, yeah, this is really bad. So this is, again, but that's why I like looking at all these, because it just shows you, it's got wax on it too. It just gives you such an appreciation for the cards that you can find and grade as nice examples. You know, if you just see a PSA 8 of this, you know, already graded on eBay, you're like, oh, who cares? Some random grease card or whatever. And, you know, that's probably true. But the thing is, if you're doing this for yourself as sort of a project, just setting up that as sort of a challenge, just giving you the entire kind of the full picture of what's happening here in terms of, you know, if you're just some random person opening a pack of these, you know, you might get a card like this. I mean, this is probably let's see, probably a 6 at best. No, this is probably a 5, actually a 5 or a 4 even, because the centering's absolutely terrible. And then you've got these wrinkles here to the right of Danny's knuckles there. There you got like one. Let's see if I can get it better here. Okay, you got 1, 2, and then a very faint one, but 2, one pretty significant one there off to the right of his hand, and then a little bit of a smaller one right above that, and then a very faint one above that. Yeah, it was surprising how bad the surface was on a lot of these cards, especially straight out of the packs, just the wrinkling. Even that, like, you can see like a little bit of subtle, very subtle, faint wrinkling there above the text that on the title. I don't think that would matter, but yeah. So those are raw copies I have. Let's take a look at these. And I don't know why these, so these were in sleeves, so I must have deemed these just to be a little bit better. But centering on that, that's gonna be, that would be a 7 at best. Any wrinkles on this one? No, but there's a couple like little circular spots there. Just the surface flaws on these cards are super interesting because you get all sorts of unique stuff. Like you'll get like those little circles there above his fingers on the steering wheel, above where it says endings. Yeah, and then you get a fisheye down there by below the logo. So yeah, this card would probably be about a 6 or so, give or take. Most of these come back. I've probably graded about 100 of these cards now. And typically, you know, I've only gotten 2 9s, which is really, you know, pretty impressive. That one's got a surface defect there off to the left, about a third of the way down the card on the border. I've gotten 2 9s so far. I'm keeping 8s. I'm shooting for a fully graded set, PSA 8 and above. So I'm keeping the 8s, selling the duplicates. Like if I get 2 8s, I'll look at them and see which eye appeal copy I like more, and then sell the other. Anything 7 and below, I'm just selling, even if I don't have one, because I have enough raw copies set aside in top loaders that I think have chances at 8s, and I'm just going to do this kind of slowly as I sell enough copies on eBay to offset costs and whatnot. But yeah, like I said, I'm pricing these super low, because I just need to get them sold so that I can keep grading copies for my own set. So these are copies that I deemed not viable as grading candidates. So I'll probably just put these in a binder eventually, or sell them as sets maybe, or just kind of have them for fun. But that one's just, the centering's just way too bad. That's probably could be a 6. But they're still very, you know, nice examples. It's just, again, I'm really shooting for high eye appeal 8 and above. So this one again, most of the problem with these and the sleeves is just going to be centering, that you can't grade. I can't grade these. This particular card number 55, is one of my, I'd say this is probably one of my top 10 to 15 favorite cards in the set. Just real good image of Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta there, Danny and Sandy in the car. This would have been the ending scene, I think, when they're on the after the last musical number and they're sort of driving away or whatever. But yeah, this is actually a pretty clean copy. It's just off center. So yeah, the raw cards too, I've been selling on eBay just for like $2-3 depending on the card. But yeah, I've always thought this is a really great card. 66 total cards in the set. I'd probably say this is top 15 for me. Maybe eventually down the road I'll do a full breakdown or a full ranking. Now this is my graded copy here that I've landed on as a set build copy. It is a little bit off. Its centering is off, which not quite as bad as any of those in the sleeves. But I think I eventually can probably do better than this. Yeah, it's just, surface looks really nice. Good clear text, no fish eyes. When you get the fish eyes or the surface imperfections on the pink borders, that really detracts. There's a little bit of stuff going on there, like below Danny's chin, as you can see. A couple spots there where you don't see that on another copy. So that could be something I could look to potentially upgrade from and sell this copy. No real print defects on Sandy there. Actually, there is a little bit of a dot below her eye, a little bit of a white dot there that you do not see. That's another fun part of this, actually, is just like spot the difference type stuff, like spot the defects. Like I find myself doing that quite a bit, like looking for the printing imperfections. But yeah, overall, this is a nice copy. I wouldn't say this will be my one that I land on forever, but for now, it's going to be kind of my set copy. So it's a good card. Again, I think I can do better. I'll have to look, and I think I've got probably a few copies of this set aside that will be viable. They could come back, eights just like this one. I would say that'd probably be the most likely outcome, but I might be able to squeeze a 9 out of one of those others. So we'll wait and see. And if I do end up getting this upgraded to a 9, then I would sell this copy, and I'll do upgrade videos as we go along with this. This will be kind of a series or whatever. So I'll just do it 1 or 2 cards at a time, and as I get new slabs back and higher grades, hopefully, then I can kind of keep this as sort of a living, breathing project. But yeah, that'll be the first installment. Hope you enjoyed this. I love digging into just real specific cards and condition and that type of thing. So I collect pretty broadly, but I really enjoy grading with PSA in terms of these vintage non-sport sets because they're rare. The pops are very low. The condition is all over the place. It's high quality IP, iconic IP. Again, the total, I should have looked up the pop, but I would say there's less than 10 copies of this card graded ever. This is probably the highest one. Maybe there's a 9 or a 10. There are a couple people in the set registry that have really high grade sets that I probably will not be able to catch just because they probably graded all their cards a while ago when it was when the centering and the just PSA standards are probably not as difficult. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they graded them recently. It's speculation on my part. But it's going to be a real challenge to ever get a 10 on any card. Like I said, I've probably got graded over 100 cards by now, maybe close to 150. I don't know, maybe not that. But let's just say 100, and I've gotten 2 10s. So again, most of the time, these are coming back 7s. But yeah, the 9s are, I'm just so stoked when I get a 9, happy when I get an 8, and 7s just like sort of feels like break even. So that's where that's at. But yeah, hope everybody's doing well. Keep following me along. We'll keep going with these cards and do some other stuff too. So take it easy, everybody. Appreciate it. Later.